It's early in the morning, and I'm wondering, should I play my theme song? Is it a good time to play my theme song since it's so early in the morning? Happy holidays, everybody. This is Big Gene, and this starts the new year of 2025 of our Father. Um, in the recent years, I've always did a New Year's show and came to y'all, but I had a lot going on with myself and uh, people around me, near or far, and I decided that I will share everything with you guys today. You know, um, I said before, I'm sitting here, I'm making some Simon cakes. I'm about to make some Simon cakes, and I'm doing the stuff that I do to make those. Um, I sit here and sometimes I try to help people who don't deserve my help. Sometimes I try to assist people, and it's for their own good that they look for an individual like me to assist them. And for the last 30 some years in my life, I've given it to people in the industry. I've given it to family members and some friends. I never took the time out to do what Gene wanted to do. I've always wanted to write books and do things like that. And I started doing that. But I somewhere got off the pathway, even though I did do the two books. I want to try to help some people out there help themselves while I tell the story that was so horrific today that I had to come on this morning to tell it. Because the people in the New York City area is hearing this story, just like the people in New Orleans heard that horrific story, like the people in Texas and all around America of these things are happening. And it's these portals that are opening and that this evil that's out here is trying to come upon good people. So now, uh, I don't want to get caught up in the comments. So, Drain Master, what up with you, boy? I'm not going to be looking at them all the time because sometimes it throws me off. Now, some things was happening in my life that was taking me back to do some crazy shit that back in the day I wouldn't have hesitated to take somebody's head off. And I had got so upset that I had to spend the night at Lenox Hill Hospital on New Year's Eve. I mean, on Christmas Eve. I was that upset. Some people were trying to take something from me. And like I said something, and I said it before, ain't nobody never took nothing from me but advice. And that's true story. I told you I'm making salmon cakes this morning. I used mustard powder, a little cornstarch. That's the bonded with the eggs. I've already seasoned it with the obey, black pepper, and the garlic herbs from Kingford. So they was trying to take something from me, and I was real upset behind it. And then I had, my brother Rock and some other people was like, yo, Gene, don't get yourself in trouble over a car. And it wasn't the car. It was the principle behind in which, you want something done, so you pay the person most of their money up front. Basically all their money up front. And they don't do what they supposed to do. And this is what they supposed to do. So I got myself in a whole I was going backwards. The last time I did this shit, it cost me $57,000 in legal fees. So I left the scene, I left the situation. I got in my car and I started driving. And let me show you, I went to my jeweler because I had left a chain at my jeweler. All this gonna come together, y'all. I left a chain at my jeweler. And I went to go get my chain back. And the reason I left my chain there because they were supposed to find me a longer one. The one I had was a 24-inch. I was looking for a 30-inch white gold chain. And she said, leave the chain here, Gene, and they gave me a receipt and everything like that. And when I went back to get my chain, she said I never left the chain there. This the same day I've had this altercation with these people with the car shit. I said, Jasmine, I've been dealing with y'all for over 35 years. Why would I say that if I didn't leave my chain here? Gino, they Armenian. No, you didn't do that. Now her daughter working there. If we would have gave you we'd have gave you a receipt and everything like that. And I was like, you're right. You did give me a receipt. I went in my wallet, got the receipt out. I showed the receipt. And they got this dumb look in their face. Now they can't find my chain. I said, you can't find my chain because you sold it. And walked out. I walked out. When I got to my car, they called me on the phone. Gino, we found your chain. I go back in there and I said, yo, I'm hurt. Because I've been dealing with y'all for over 35 years. And you think I would come up and make up something like that? Even when I showed you the receipt, y'all had the dumb look on y'all face. But I don't even want to talk about it. I'm out of it. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm out of it. I'm out of this. And I walked out the store. This all is the devil. All is the devil trying to take me back and have me do some crazy shit that when I was young, dumb, and full of cum, I didn't care. I would do it and suffer the consequences no matter what the circumstances was. No matter what the circumstances was, I was like that. Now, in the past years, y'all seen all types of Gene. When guys was coming at me, I'd get back at them on the internet and the whole 9 yards. even when I knew they wasn't at the status and they wasn't on my level. Even when I knew the marks that I've made in this industry in helping people. If I told you I had enough game and power to stop dudes from unaliving people and have them sit down and communicate like men supposed to and work out circumstances and situations, then some of y'all would have known that Gene must have been around with some people or had some power, did some things, to put him in that position. When I told y'all that I was one of the dudes who were instrumental in starting the same gang and starting Slick in the Family, people from Harlem know those are crews that gave parties that have fun to represent their blocks. You know what I'm saying? You get dudes just like you may have a guy on a football team, a baseball team, a basketball team. You might get one or two bad apples that do other things other than what we're there for. But that's what it was. I'm saying this, that I will not allow man, woman, cat, dog, bull daggett, faggot, anybody to take me away from God's plan again. The devil will have a pretty red bone show up with a beautiful accent and take you away from what you're supposed to do. The devil will have a chocolate brown woman take you away from what you're supposed to do. The devil will have anybody that they could use, that he could use to take you away from your plan and get you upset and get you into stuff. A devil will use a family member, a brother, a sister. I want y'all to understand, when you know and you see that things are happening and the devil trying to use people to attack you, recognize he doing his job and make sure he don't exceed. Make sure that you got enough power inside you that you understand what the devil is trying to do. Real life, this internet has a lot of forces in it, good, bad, and indifferent. When you come on this internet, whether you're a content creator, whether you are here for the fun, the laughs, the jokes, make sure that you know what exists in this thing and you have God on your side. A lot of people was coming at me over paperwork. John Paperwork. Countdown John. Let me tell y'all something. If somebody say we gonna do something, we gonna be somewhere, and I get a good vibe over there. You understand? I'm gonna go check them out. I went to Detroit, called my man up. Man, I'm still cool. He knows it. He wasn't able to meet me. I went to Atlanta, spent money. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I went to Texas and I got some hospitality like no other from this guy. Didn't know me from a can of paint. Took me to radio stations. Took me to a podcast show. Got 3 or 4 houses, went to 2 of his house. One of them was a mansion. One of them was a nice, still a big ass house. It would be considered like a mansion in New York City or Jersey. Went to dinner, had fun. Brother. Treated me like a brother from another mother. Now, I don't know all what has happening to this brother on the internet. And I don't know his whole makeup, but I don't care. I know who and how he treated me. And it was solid, like I would do another. When another man treat another man like he want to be treated, and no Diddy, no Diddy shit, real men shit. You gotta fuck with them people. You gotta go to war with these people. I'm making my base to go into my salmon cakes. It sticks it together. So I'm saying this to tell y'all that I say things thinking that you will get an understanding of what I mean. And sometimes I'm roundabout. Like when I say you don't tell a man how to fuck his wife and how to spend his money, that means you can't tell a grown man what to do. When I see 40 or 50 people telling me, yo, leave John alone, leave John alone. I had some good dudes that knew me personally tell me to leave this dude alone, and I gave him a shot. I've been in this game long enough to know what good people's at. And I don't care what nobody say. Countdown John or paperwork, whatever y'all want to call dude, he's always been solid with me. I can go by how he treat me. I'm going to do a show with him, and I'm going to continue doing my show. I wanted to let y'all know in this new year coming, I'm going to step up my game. Not only with John, I'm going to step up my game on my own show. I'm going to step up my game with Miss Pleasant on her show. I know a lot of shit, and I did a lot of shit all over the board. You can't tell me about nobody in the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s who was in the rap game that I didn't help, didn't assist, didn't let some other people know what was going on or know what was happening. A lot of people came to Gene. And a lot of those stories are going to come out. A lot of those stories. I want y'all to recognize this. I'm going to take this. I've already took the little bones that was in it out. And I'm going to mix it over into this so it can stick together. I know this ain't no cooking and conversation, but it is a cooking and conversation. You think that you can make friends on this internet? Sometimes you probably can. But I'm going to start weighing this shit with a grain of salt. Definitely, especially when it comes to pretty faces. You see, you get this right here. It's going to stick together. You still going to have that great taste. Throw a little more black pepper. And some Old Bay. Now, let's get to the story at hand, y'all. Yesterday, a young man lost his life. He lost his life on the internet. He lost his life going to work, doing his job, trying to be a productive citizen. He went to work trying to be a productive citizen so he could take care of his family. He was a United States postal worker. He was a United States postal worker. Now, we know things happen all the time in this world. And just like the people went in New Orleans, and they went to celebrate the New Year's and they lost 15 lives. I don't know if anybody got killed at Trump Plaza except the person who killed himself, unalived himself. But this person went to work and was unalived by another individual who did not care about life, who was messed up about life in their own head, that they decide to take somebody else's life. In a bodega, and New York is known, just like St. Louis is known for the St. Paul's, stopping to get you a St. Paul or something like that. New York is known for chopped cheese sandwich. And I was like, yo, chopped cheese sandwich, when I first got here, who the fuck wants some chopped cheese? But it's chopped meat. And I still didn't know what chopped meat was, but it's all ground beef. And they put cheese with it. They call it chopped cheese sandwich. So a lot of people stop at these bodegas who have grills in there and they want them a chopped cheese sandwich. Samuel said, yeah, that St. Paul is fire. Hey, Ms. Ann. The reason I'm doing this show on this is because the news told the people some bullshit. The regular news told the people some bullshit. I didn't even get a chance to doctor up my coffee. Give me 1 second, y'all. You got to go get you some good breast milk. Then you got to put some honey in there. Hold on. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Now, I bet you a lot of y'all gonna believe that that was breast milk. That's cream, y'all. A lot of y'all gonna believe that was breast milk. Yeah, no chopped cheese sandwich down there in Georgia? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, all it is ground beef that they chop up and throw cheese on top of it. And they go crazy over that shit in New York. I don't know why. So now, this guy gets in, let me get this out the thing. Hold on. The news report that a mailman, a postal worker, is killed in a deli that he's fighting over a place in line. And it didn't happen like that. It did not happen like that. I know people who was there. It did not happen like that. The postal worker had already ordered his sandwich, was outside watching his car, comes back inside to get his sandwich and goes to get a man the $5. An individual that they said was a woman stabs him up, start arguing, oh, you just trying to jump somebody down, felt a certain kind of way, this, that, and the third, stabbed the dude up and killed him. It wasn't a woman. The news reported that she, Miss Something Cruz, stabbed up the postal worker. Miss Cruz stabbed up the postal worker, and killed him. It wasn't a Miss Cruz. What LL say? Shit. Blow kisses. Ew. I'm upset because the news should have told the true story. They knew it was not a woman that killed that postal worker. And now my friends them is telling me like, yo, dude is quiet. He don't bother nobody. A good dude. They tried to make it seem like it was an argument and all that stuff like that. And the postal worker that was there with him, it was nothing like that. It didn't appear to be anything like that. He just wanted to pay for his stuff and leave. The man unalived him. It was not a woman. It was a man. But in New York City, if you say you a gorilla, they got to go for what you identify with until it's time to pay taxes. When it's time to pay taxes, you a woman or you a man? You a woman, you a man when it's time to pay taxes. Yeah, this world is going crazy. Stabbed that man in his back and his stomach all over. That man was trying to leave up out the store. Because their life is messed up. That's what y'all got to realize, is that people are looking at like this. Their life is so messed up. They're going to try to mess everybody else's life around them. So when you go out, you better keep your head on a swivel. I hate to go out with women. Tomorrow, what you looking at? Why you looking? Why you always just looking around? You better shut up or go find somebody else to go out with. Because I don't trust nobody. Nobody. No matter where I'm at. Hey, Felicia, what up with you, mama? Somebody said there's 2 cases in Vegas like that. That person might get federal charges too. Attack on a postal worker. That's a federal worker. And they were working at the time. They stopped to get their lunch. So when they out on their route, they can eat and everything like that. And you might get a little ketchup or something on your mail or whatever like that, but you're still getting your mail. Okay, CGK Z60. I know I ain't do a song. I know I didn't do a song with that. Did I do CGK Z60? Is a member, y'all. Hey, CGK Z60. Did I do that? Because that'd have been a hell of a way to CGKZ. I know I ain't seen no show with you being a member, did I? Anyway, you ain't. It don't seem like you a member no more. Anyway, Flo Wolf, what's good with you? So my whole thing about it is this: is that the news will report these lies based on the agenda. When President Trump gets back in office, he said, "A man, whatever you born with, that's what they gonna consider you at. If you are born a man, you're gonna be considered a man. If you born a woman, you're gonna be considered a woman." Now, this is what the upcoming president is saying. This ain't Gene Deal. I don't care if you're a bulldagging faggot or whatever. I don't care what you are. I'm just saying, when they report you to the news, if somebody say they know that person is a man, they knew that guy was a man. They searched him the whole 9 yards before they put him in cuffs, walked him out of there. They knew they was a man. When they walked him out of the jail and took him downtown, they didn't have not one woman with him. They had men transporting him. The news knew he was a man, but they report him as being a woman. Too many inconsistencies. What do you mean by that? Facts. Why we are listening to this craziness? What craziness are you talking about? Shit, I wish I was born rich. In a better situation, but I made it. Did what I was supposed to do. Shout out to my goddaughter, Sa. Happy birthday, Sa. Shout out to my little brother, Chris. Chris Robinson, happy birthday. There you go, Vegas Jim. Stop using the F word. Okay, Vegas Jim. I'm going to try. Listen, that hurt me this morning because my mentor was on television. Aisha Sekou. Aisha Sekou is a big activist in New York City. She used to work at Manhattan Valley Youth Program, and she was one of my mentors when I first came to the city in the 80s. And she's been fighting to get justice for our community in Harlem for the last 30 years. I know of that to be factual and truthful. For the last 35 years. Aisha Sekou. She was my mentor. I seen her on television this morning. And she was talking about that lady's, his mother's pain. That she got to look to bury her son. For some man who has issues within himself and want to destroy other people's lives. I want y'all to know for the year 2025, it's not him. There's people out here that's going to try to destroy your life. No matter how good it may look or how good they may seem. If they're not trying to build you up, they're trying to tear you down. You're going to see this year the haves and the have-nots. And the have-nots are going to grow. And while they're growing, you better know how to distance yourself away from them. And pray on them if you have to. Pray for it. But pray with both of your eyes open. And know that I'm not going to let them drag me. The media, they're going to continue to try to falsify information to you guys, especially the regular media. That's why YouTube and all these other different platforms, TikTok and all this other stuff, has grown bigger than the regular media, but they're going to try to stop it. Listen to me, they're going to try to stop YouTube and TikTok. You think they ain't going to go down with a fight? They're going to press some laws in that's going to try to stop it. Hey, Danny D, what's up with you, mama? Monique Irvin. Monique Irv. I'm sorry about that. Miss Ann. I wish they do, because it seems like everybody can have a YouTube show. Any and everybody can have a YouTube show. And they doing it. And they really doing it. Okay, I just didn't understand what you were saying. You know, I'm working on being a whole different person this year. I just got into this little incident with a potential friend, and I'm like, I'm not letting nobody disrupt what Gene Deal will be doing for Gene Deal. Hey, Honey Butter, what's up with you, mama? Honey Butter says she riding till the wheels fall out. So I'm just letting y'all know, man, you do not have to continue. And the people that do it, I'm just going to erase them from the channel, because they really not understanding what the F is going on. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that you want to continuously to tell Gene Deal what he need to do and how he need to do it regarding his channel, or regarding the information that we're going to always have a Gene Deal show, whether it's with paperwork. I'm going to do a show with him. And it's a good thing that he brings the technology that Gene Deals needs and the information that Gene Deal needs, so it could be a better show for y'all. That's a beautiful thing. And then I'm still going to do this, and Bugatti and other people are going to help me. Whereas that I just got my whole thing painted. If I go downstairs and show it to you right now, I just got everything painted down there. I'm going to put new stuff different stuff on the walls and everything. I'm going to get a green screen. I'm going to do all the things to make this show with you guys. And I'm bringing the information, and I'm bringing the people that y'all want to know about, because we at a certain age group. Y'all still want to know about the artists in the 80s and the 90s. I knew Kool Mo D. I knew all those guys. I knew Dougie Fresh, LL, all these guys right there. I've been around them, had conversations, talked with them and everything like that, all that. So I'm going to give y'all the information, and I'm going to be the one to say when you ask me, Gene, how do you know? I'm going to let you know how I know. I'm not sitting up here talking about what I heard somebody else say. And if I did hear somebody else say it, I'm going to say it. But I was right there when they said it, 9 times out of 10. So I'm bringing y'all the real, and I thank y'all. And I'm coming back today with my man Paperwork, and we got a hell of a show for y'all. We got a hell of a show for y'all. I don't even want to spoil it. I don't want to call it, because if I call it, I'm going to spoil it. All right? Richard Sullivan, all you people out there, Happy New Year. If I didn't tell y'all personally, I'm telling y'all now. Happy New Year. Let's get it done. Let's do it. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some jokes. And we're going to be the best that we can be this year. Thank y'all. And let me start putting my Simon cakes on. Peace.